WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now, here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Ferran Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow. You know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is
You know how
Pro
the mics
Wrestling
work,
Weekly.
right, Ferran? I know we only
they work fantastically.
Fantastically, that's a word.
I'm making things up as I go along.
That's what we
I'm in
do.
the festive spirit here.
Happy
This is the
festive.
sound of the bell, and we are set to go. And this is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB.
Already off to a great start,
and
I can
online
say.
at WBCB1490.com. Shush you.
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. What Vince said. Alongside the PTP, part-time player,
Part-time.
Lucas DeSangro. I'm your host, Ferran Derry.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic right there.
Of course it is.
No, seriously, because, okay, I popped for that for two reasons. One, that's one of the only redeeming qualities of that god-awful Indiana Jones movie. Two, it's also the fact that it's also an OSW reference.
Of course.
So I'm going to start busting into a fit of giggles. And he knows
Of course you are. I specifically planned that. So, yes, talking wrestling here on this Christmas Eve edition of Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Merry Christmas from the Nation Boy!
How can you not be in the festive spirit after hearing a Christmas wish from the Nature Boy?
I don't know. You could be Jewish.
You could still be in the festive spirit.
Oh, well, I thought you said Christmas.
I thought I said, I don't know. I'll go back over the tape later and probably edit it over or something.
Probably, you know what? Cut that.
How could you not be in the festive spirit?
It's for the WWE Championship, brother.
Yeah, exactly. that.
You know what? I'm just gonna pull in a V1. Cut that.
Cut that? Okay.
Cut that. Irish coffee. Cut that.
Very good. One thing that we don't want to cut, we actually had pretty decent picks for Roadblock End of the Line, which in my haste in trying to get everything in, getting 50 minutes of shtick into a 10-minute show last week.
The coma.
I omitted the mentioning of the picks, and I oopsed it on that.
Well,
What can
it's
I say?
better because I'm here this week. So
Yeah, there we go. So going quickly over Roadblock, kickoff match, Rusev beating Big Cass by countout. We both thought Big Cass was going to win that, so boo to both of us. Sheamus and Cesaro beating the New Day to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions, ending the record run for the New Day.
So coincidental. They beat Demolition's record, and then they lose the titles. I wonder what Demolition did. Could they be suing the company?
Careful there, Captain Kayfabe. So
I'm not. Hey, I'm at least a cadet. Let's not go too
all
far.
right, Cadet Kayfabe.
Thank
there we
you.
go. All right, so we both
Or
thought
Kid
the New
Kayfabe.
Day were going to continue, and boo to us on that.
Boo!
I'm not actually to pull a Ron Burgundy. I'm not even mad. I'm actually really happy for Sheamus and Cesaro. I know they're going to carry out the reign, and I'm really happy for the New Day as well, because my mom and I I turned on Raw, and I just gotten home from what was it? I just gotten home from the gym, I think. And she was watching something, and I turned on Raw, and it was just as the New Day retained the titles. And I told her why this was a big deal. It was because three guys who made this gimmick into something amazing, and
Considering what it was.
and the fact that they're we have now a stable of African Americans that are the longest reigning tag team champions in the WWE.
Never even thought about that from the color angle.
Because and it's funny because the school that we that you and I train at, the original owner trained one half the first ever African American WWF Tag Team Champions in Tony Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of history there.
Yeah. But it's
And
just
it's not
like,
even February.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to hide my comment for that. Well, they'll have
Very
lots
well
of
done.
vignettes, so that's good.
Exactly. Sami Zayn, I guess, winning by drawing, as we had both actually picked.
Yeah,
I
I'd like
mean,
to say a draw. There's
Yeah,
been-
you did say that it was a draw, and even though they considered it a victory, Sami Zayn lasting the 10-minute time limit, kind of like I did with the show. So
That's a W in America.
That is. We
Even though he's Canadian, I can't speak this morning. There's a drop.
Well, that was the yay for us getting the picks right. The one match in which we differed, Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho. You had Jericho, I had Rollins, and I had it right.
Well, I made the list.
Yeah, or maybe Jericho made your list. Who knows?
No, I made the list. I failed the picks. And you know what happens when you fail the picks, Ferran? Because we don't have a drop? You just... Okay, never mind.
Just completely stole your glory from you.
No comment. I played the fifth.
Of course. And then the three other matches which we picked, we both picked the same and picked correctly on. Rich Swann retaining the Cruiserweight Championship. Charlotte defeating Sasha Banks to win the Raw Women's Championship in that 30-minute Iron Man match or Iron Woman match.
Can I just point out, though, just on the Cruiserweight standpoint, I loved the whole thing they did with Neville.
Yes.
When he came back and just, because one of those things, Neville is a boy, you know, he's made but I don't want him to be in the boy stable that long. Because the thing is, he's so good. And the fact that he proved right there, he can be great as a heel. But the thing is, he's great as a heel, but I'm also a terrible fan when it comes to that, because when he did that, I was smiling. Like, oh my God, this is great. Oh, fantastic. Please. And then he cut
Thank
that
you, Marty DeSangro. With your smiling.
Janetti selling, yeah.
Yes.
I got it. But like he cut that promo on Raw, and he first of all he completely laid out, like
There was logic behind it.
yeah, and he looked like he looked a little bit less cut. Obviously, he slimmed some down for it. I'm not saying he was like but he definitely wasn't 205 before. But I'm glad they're finally. Maybe that's why he was away for so long, because he was cutting down a little bit or something.
Possibly. Training lean, as Roddy Piper used to say.
Eating lots of turkey, just not the Thanksgiving kind, like the actual not slathered in butter kind.
Okay.
That's pretty much what we do at Thanksgiving. Let's be completely honest.
I would imagine so.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of like an English breakfast.
Right.
Yeah. But I love him as a heel. Plain and simple.
There you go. And finally, Kevin Owens defeating Roman Reigns by disqualification to retain the Universal Championship, when Chris Jericho hitting the code breaker on Kevin Owens. Dissension, nope. They were
smells.
back together again, yeah.
They're Canadians. They're too nice to fail to smell this.
Oh, is that how that works?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm just guessing.
Your guess is as good as, well, I was going to say, I at least have some analysis into this as a part Canadian.
Yeah. And my aunt lives up in Canada, so I'm straight edge, so I guess that counts for something.
I
don't
guess
know where
in
I'm
some
going with
weird
this.
way.
I'm
I don't know
just
where
gonna
you're
go
going with
answer the
this
phone
either.
and
you go ahead and you do that, yeah. Oh, okay, I cut your mic off early. That's something I probably should have done 3+ years. No. All right, so he's taking care of that. And it looks like actually Rich King, who is here with us as well, is also doing a solid and picking up the phone. So he's going to go ahead and do that. And okay, and we'll get to the phone on the other side of our first time out here. A lot of news and whatnot to get into, including
on again now.
Yeah.
Phone? Okay, just making sure. Just wanted to make sure you didn't pull like a pipe bomb on me. And, I have to bring a megaphone.
Oh yeah. Now let me tell you about Vince. No,
This whole
Yeah, and then just tapping the mic and getting nothing.
Well, but I know better with the radio station.
Yes, you do. You've learned well.
Thank you.
So a couple of other tidbits we'll get into. Some interesting WWE chair designs that'll be coming out. We'll get into that. Also,
sorry. I was going to say there's some, I guess I can be the Mike Tenay of this show and take it international waters. We'll go over the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 11 lineup, as well as
somewhere in a basement somewhere, Mark Kayfabe is smiling.
Well, no, he's not smiling. Smarks are never happy. They'll find something.
Okay, smirking.
They will be angry that they don't.
A smirking smark.
Yeah, they will. Dr. Seuss, why are you not still alive? That would have been great. But like, the internet is angry that they will be angry over the fact that they don't have anything to be angry about.
I'm thinking, some sort of a Dr. Seuss parody with these smirking. All right.
We really need to do that, but right now, Jim Ross also announced something on a big news for Access TV, who currently runs New Japan Pro Wrestling, as well as a pair of Ring of Honor stars re-signed their contracts for the next couple of years.
And I do have something international there. I couldn't think of anything clever to tie in Mike Tenay with Lucas DeSangro, so Mike Twitchnay. There we go.
There we go.
Just needed that extra second to get it on there.
Tenay Jr.
Tenay Jr.
Tenay Jr.
But some interesting news for fans over in the UK and Ireland.
Ooh, I think
we'll tell you what that's about. You may have
quite
an idea,
impactful.
But yes, exactly. And a story that I wanted to get into. Well, yeah, you've learned from me the last 3 years. 3.5 years. Oh my gosh, it is almost 3.5 years.
Yeah, how time flies, right?
It most certainly does. Now, the question that I have, though, looking back over those 3.5 years, is: Are you still a lot like Catwoman?
I'm like Catwoman. I'm adaptable.
Don't compare yourself to Catwoman. The Lucas of yesteryear, the Lucas of PWW past.
Wow, that kid was annoying.
Yeah, and I still brought you on anyway.
Yeah, well, there's.
Hey, I saw the potential.
You did
saw
see
the
potential, and as much as I was annoying, I knew my stuff.
You did.
For the most part. I will say this much, and I was talking to Bill Wiles about this at
The only thing you didn't know was when to shut up.
Oh, that I still don't know.
Yeah, you still don't know that.
Drop. I'm just gonna keep the drop counter on. But it's like I was talking to Bill Wiles about this, who's one of the coaches at the factory.
Mm-hmm. Wild Bill Wiles, former ECW star, yeah.
Tag team partners with C.W. Anderson. Look him up. But
Google it.
He got over. As Bubba.
Yes.
That's an
Anyway.
inside joke. Anyway, I was saying when I was a fan and I knew that it was staged and stuff, but as soon as I started with the show, there was so much more. My eyes are so much more open, as opposed to like if I was talking to the Lucas at 15, he would not know what the hell I was talking about in terms of what's a mark. My name's Luke. What are you talking about? What is it? I didn't know all the insider terms. I knew stuff, but I didn't know a lot of stuff.
Careful, when you talk about knowing stuff and things, that might lead to...
I don't have to answer the phone.
Yeah, but we will get to the phone.
I know stuff that matters.
Very well said.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't really care about who was
in
the second row.
Yeah, exactly. And a story that I wanted to get into last week, but due to time constraints, I couldn't, but I had to definitely bring up Scott Hall's social media faux pas. We'll get into that on the other side as well.
I think that just made me love him even more.
We'll get into that on the. I can imagine why. We'll get into that on the other side as well. Plus,
we all make mistakes, Faran.
I don't know about one as grand and large as that one though, but we'll see. All that and phrasing. All that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly. We'll be back shortly here. I think, on Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Pat Wandling, host of Speak Your Piece, letting you know that the Endoscopy Center at St. Mary is partnering with us to bring you the Thursday edition of our broadcast live from various locations throughout our community. Now, the program runs from noon until 1 p.m. with a live audience. Now, be sure to tune in. It's a great opportunity to be proactive with your health.
Join Rebecca's forecast at her new time, Tuesday at 10 a.m. She'll take your calls, questions, and fill you in on what's happening for your personal sun sign. Join Rebecca's forecast once again at her new time every Tuesday at 10 a.m. right here on 1490 WBCB.
Hi, this is Governor Tom Wolf. Thousands of families across Pennsylvania have been affected by the opioid epidemic. Together, we can fight this disease. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, help is available. Visit pa.gov/opioids for resources and information on substance abuse. For treatment options, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Brought to you by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Tom Wolf, Governor. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Brain, spine, and back disorders are life-changing, often leaving you alone to seek answers only to be rushed through an assembly line office. The compassionate doctors at Princeton Brain and Spine Care have a mission. It's their duty and goal to treat your condition with the care that you deserve and with the care that you need to get better. At Princeton Brain and Spine Care, your quality of life is their best reward. Visit them online at PrincetonBrainandSpine.com or call 215-741-3141.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Ferran, so he might have to...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking cape. I'm going to break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see. And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Ferran Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on this holiday edition. Let's hear from the Nates one more time.
That's my line. That's my line.
That's his line?
That's my line. Woo, woo.
Yeah, that's a different flair, notable, quotable. There are so many of them.
Oldest. Okay, we're not gonna do that one. Fine. Sorry.
Careful there. Yeah, we're in the Philadelphia area, not Orlando. Stay away from Space Mountain.
I'm getting too close to the danger zone or the impact zone. Well, actually, no. Considering the way his ratings have been, it's more of the danger zone.
Careful now. All right, before we get into this any further, before Lucas has any more high-pitched squeals, let's go to Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, you're on Pro Wrestling Weekly. How you doing today?
Good afternoon. WWE Holiday Tour at MSG on Monday with a 7:30 p.m. bell time.
Yes, the what has become an almost annual tradition of WWE in Madison Square Garden just after Christmas.
And it looks like a good show.
Well, of course, it's the Garden. It's the Mecca. It is. It's history.
I think I've seen John Cena listed.
Oh yeah, he was posting a lot of very funny Instagram. First of all, Ferran, the first person you need to follow on Instagram is John Cena because he will post pictures and not explain them. Most of the time, it's like it was a photoshopped picture of some dork's like face on him giving somebody like a shoulder tackle, and it said MSG 12 like something
27-16.
Yeah.
December 27th. No holds barred. The match, the movie.
Brother.
That's right. This isn't 89.
And Quakertown has Triple WA January 29th with a 6:30 bell time in Quakertown.
Oh, a Sunday affair.
Triple WA. Yeah. Dino and all.
Yeah, Dino Sana. Yeah,
On 28th, I think.
28th. Okay, I was going to say 28th is the Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was a little. I mean, it's not that Sunday cards are unorthodox. I mean, they're just not as often as a Saturday or a Friday night card.
It's better on a Friday or Saturday.
Well, I mean, yeah, the potential for more attendees is greater on those nights, but that's for any form of entertainment.
And the Hardy Tour comes to Maryland, at the MCW Arena.
More potential deletions on the way.
And Matt, Jeff, the whole family.
Even King Maxwell. It will be wonderful.
Also,
settle down,
we have
Brother Edward.
Melina and Leo Rush on the card.
Ooh, Leo Rush.
Very nice.
He's been
ROH.
He's been so. He's just been so. I don't know how to phrase it, but like he's been on a hot streak. Like he's been making waves. He's been on a rush, if you will. Honestly though, he's in the no, don't boo just yet.
I just gave you a rim shot, man.
Well, it deserved a boo more than
you're
anything.
Defensive on
No,
that.
it deserved a boo more than anything.
Okay, fine.
Boo!
There, you got it.
Thanks.
Ask and ye shall receive.
I didn't ask.
And in my case, it's better to give than it is to receive.
And you just,
Tis the season.
You know what, Ed? You can go back to. I'm not going to make my point. You can go back to what you were saying. I'm sorry. I need to go laugh.
You just made the list, Lucas.
Wow, Lucas just made the list. Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, now is that the naughty list or the nice list?
It's
I mean,
the list of Jericho. Ink it in, man. Or the showstopper list. I don't know.
Boo!
You know what happens?
Sorry, I meant to hit the rim shot above it.
Of course you. No. Of course you did.
One's right on top of the other. You can see right here. I've got 6 right above.
Wow,
14.
we're really the ones bringing the show to the grinding halt this time, aren't we, Ferran?
Yeah, pretty much.
You want to just shut the show down and just say, forget it, we're going to go home?
Anyway.
Maybe. We'll see.
Apologies, Ed. Back to what you
Go ahead. I'll quit being a nuisance.
And CCW, January 14th at the Skate Zone.
Oh, and Voorhees, the skate zone. Very nice.
Just a quick thing. If you guys ever get the chance, if it should be on YouTube. If you get the chance, look up Vice News. Vice News, you know, like Anaconda Vice.
VICE or Miami Vice.
Yeah. Well,
I had to put it, you know, for the.
Usually it's on
older
HBO, but they did a thing on their YouTube. It was a 45-minute short documentary on the Tournament of Death, and it was as much as I don't like deathmatch wrestling, it was a fantastic watch. It really was. It gave you really an insight on like everything that happens there and what they go through. It just glad you brought that up, Ed. Thank you.
And Sami comes back to Nick's Roast Beef the end of next month for the pay-per-view party.
Oh, very nice for Rumble weekend.
Yeah, Rumble weekend.
Well, for the Rumble event, I should say.
Yeah.
Rumble.
Very nice. Yes, Cottman Avenue, Northeast Philly, Nick's Roast Beef, a tradition that if you aren't able to make the trip down there, you can get a little bit closer to home, but we'll tell you more about that in about 10 minutes or so.
Ooh, will we now?
Yeah. Well, I will. I mean, that's usually the part where you tone out because it's about the goblet.
Well, I mean, if it has to do with us doing something at the goblet, then it's different.
Oh, okay.
But if it just has to do with beer...
Okay. Well, I mean, there's more to it than that. But
I was going to say, why don't you start...
We'll get into that. We'll get into that later here.
Why don't you start plugging more of the stuff that I know about, like the
Happy New
hot
Year.
dogs and the pretzels and such.
Because things have changed. And that's what I'll tell you about coming up.
That's about it. Happy New Year. And
All right. Yeah, well, I was going to say, we'll be on New Year's Eve next Saturday. We'll be on the air at our normal time slot. It's amazing. Holidays don't bump us off, just sport things do.
Sport ball.
Sport balls do.
Sorting hat
Yes.
day. So that's my new name for the draft. Sport ball sorting hat day.
Oh, and...
We lost Ed.
Yeah, we lost Ed. But,
Understandable.
Yeah, that's he's got a little more tree trimming to do or something.
I love
I'm
you,
not
Ed.
really
I'm
sure.
Very sorry.
Yeah, you're just trying to get off the list here.
Well, that and I took my meds like right before coming to the station at 11:30.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, so it's still kicking in. So I'm gonna be like very quiet when I get home. But like now it's...
But now it's just yeah. And then there's me who didn't even bother taking the medication, so we're in all kinds of trouble here. Oh, especially with this story. So as mentioned before the break, last week Scott Hall got some notoriety in an infamous kind of way. He posted a picture of his Christmas decorations on Instagram, including the tree, but what he didn't notice until after posting the festive picture was that the large screen television off to the side had some, dare I say, adult entertainment. That's right. Hall posted a Christmas picture that had porn on the large screen TV.
Because
Hey, yo.
just like all of us.
What is wrong with the bad guy spreading a little Christmas cheer? And what a spread it was. You all right over there?
Just cut my mic. I'm going to be laughing too loud. It'll pick up on yours. It'll be fine. We'll be good.
What can the bad guy say?
I don't know. What can he say, Perron? I mean, Razor, what can he say? Wow, I shattered kayfabe.
Now you understand why the bad guy oozes machismo.
Cut my mic. Just cut my mic.
Now what you don't know is the bad guy had a better line for that, but he spoke to El Jefe Roberto, the program director, Bob Giaquinto, and he said, "No way, Jose. That will get you in trouble."
No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Way to plug NXT without trying to plug NXT.
But the bad guy has to ask, what's wrong with the bad guy checking out a couple of bad girls?
Nothing when it's not on the social media interwebs for all of your followers to see. And maybe family. I mean, hopefully he didn't post it to Facebook too, because then it would have been family members that saw that too and just, oh, wonderful. Now we see. Now we know what to get him for Christmas.
A large screen for another room?
Well, I was gonna say like lessons on how to turn off the computer before,
or at least put a screensaver up.
Yeah.
Although, what if that was the screensaver?
Hey yo.
Hey yo,
call me
indeed.
the
Yeah.
bad guy.
Survey says one more for the bad guy. Oh man,
Oh, by the way, so
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's wrap this up, and what'll now be the last Pro Wrestling Weekly. And no.
well, great, because I was about to plug my show, so we're good.
Oh, okay. This will be the transition.
Well, yeah, yeah. This is the simulcast.
Mm-hmm. So this is like. So do I make my Vince surprise face as you come out like Shane?
Yeah. But just because my show, The Undercard, is on wasn't on this Wednesday, but it will be back the Wednesday, this Wednesday.
The first Wednesday of the new year, or are you doing one before New Year's?
No, the one before New Year's.
So this Wednesday, the 28th of December.
Thank you, Ferran. I can do notes. I can't.
You don't do numbers.
I can't. Well, I can't read a calendar. For some reason. Because my computer is not handy. So.
Oh, okay.
But fun thing about that is I also play for music breaks. We have access to Apple Radio, so that means I play wrestling themes. And the first thing I played, I was wishing you would. No, I'm saving that for a very special occasion. I don't know when, but I'll play when I feel like it. First of all, I played the Wolfpack theme.
Mm-hmm.
Then I played Big Brother Booty's theme, because they had WCW on there too. Then I played
the Booty Man?
Big Brother Booty. Shake, 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 shake.
Oh my goodness.
And then I played the Dungeon of Doom theme. I told you life would not be easy, Hogan.
And neither is what my brain is processing at the moment.
Yeah. We'll be back this Wednesday.
Oh, that's a buzzkill.
Going over the hype for the Rimble.
Royal Rumble?
Yes, as well as we'll be going over this past week's NXT's results, including the Fatal 4-Way that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I'm going
other
to use
things,
some of the notes here.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, stuff and things. But there is some news I didn't get to use last week or 2 weeks ago that is still some big news. Speaking of Punk.
Uh-huh.
Punk supposedly stepping back into the Octagon soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
His ears finally gotten back to normal size?
Probably not. He'll get cauliflower.
Yeah, he'll probably have cauliflower ear from that.
Ultimately, yeah. But like,
I see what you did there. Ultimate Fighting Championship, ultimately.
That
was an unintended pun.
Yeah, let's go with that. So, there was a lot of speculation after Punk's loss because he did get a lot of pay-per-view buys for UFC. But Dana White suggested maybe if he's going to fight, do it in another company. Like maybe go back to the minor leagues and stuff. As noted, CM Punk recently appeared on the MMA Hour and revealed that he recently met with UFC President Dana White and said that he wants to fight again. He noted that they've been going back and forth, and there was an announcement that may be coming soon. Punk's coach, Duke Rufus, also recently appeared on the MMA Hour and said that it was looking hopeful for Punk and that he might be fighting in the UFC again. As soon as possibly 4 to 5 months, he said. Rufus was...
So a year.
Yeah. Or if he gets injured, so 3 years.
See, I was giving a realistic, snarky response.
It was
you just
2 years before he debuted. When he was supposed to be debuting at the end of 2014, or towards the end of 2014. And then what happened? 2016.
Injuries.
Injuries, yeah.
So, okay, so I figure, all right, 4 to 5 months, so I doubled it, a little more than doubled it. I mean, that's... Yeah. I didn't think that was too outrageous.
No. This is outrageous. But, Rufus quoted to say, yeah, definitely, I believe he and Dana are talking. He said, I just talked to Punk on Monday before that, and things are looking hopeful. I can't say yes or no, but they're looking hopeful. We're going to see because Dana's always got a good recipe of what he's going to create and what's best for the sport and what's best for Punk and everybody else.
And what's best for business.
Yeah.
It felt like it was going that way.
Yeah. Punk suffered a one-sided loss in his UFC debut against to Mickey Gall at UFC 203, which I mistakenly bought, and I should have just found a way to live stream it for free. That was you.
Yeah, but that's just not cricket.
So is the fact that I paid $60 really just for one fight. And after that, it's like if he had won, it would have been different. I would have been like, oh, great. Like, it's not that it wasn't even sad. I was just disappointed. I mean, he put up a fight and he already won because the thing was everything was so great until he actually started fighting. Cult of Personality hit and the whole place went crazy. And it was just like he looked around. He talked about it. I was watching so many like pre-fight interviews about like they did like the whole evolution. And one of the reasons he left WWE was because he felt like he had lost that fire. Like he was going out there, but it didn't, with that pop he would get, he didn't feel it anymore. He was just
that reaction, yeah.
But it was great because like a little bit, I almost got a little teary-eyed because before he stepped in the octagon, he just looked around, and I think he just looked around and he said like, this is what I've been missing. Funny thing was like that was also the same arena he mentioned that was the same arena that he walked out of WWE in. Yeah. And it just
very interesting.
Yeah. But it was great. I'm glad he finally got to fight. I really want him to fight again. I don't want it to be like a one-sided thing. And
like a one and done.
Yeah, and if he's not going, and if he doesn't want to go back to WWE, then fine. I'll deal with it. Everybody else should. Internet. But Gall...
Oh, not bitter at all.
Oh, the internet's not bitter? Not at all.
Yeah, no, never.
Gall submitted Punk in just 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the first round with a rear naked choke. Rufus noted that Punk didn't perform the way that he would have liked against Gall, but said that he was going to get better. And then he was quoted to say he's going to get better. Wow, redundant. Rufus said. Well, not the redundant part, but obviously it didn't perform.
Oh, of course not.
Obviously, it didn't perform the way we wanted to perform. We had some things he was doing really, really well with. He just didn't happen. It's going to take time, but the great thing is he has an incredible attitude, and he's very thankful for the opportunities. Yeah. Holy crap, though. That was actually a cold read that I didn't completely stumble through.
Very good. You are improving.
More awkward cold reads like this, but a lot of hijinks and hilarity with a one-man show every Wednesday on the undercard. 5 to 6:30 on Radio Bucks. You can listen on the TuneIn app.
And one of these days, I'll have to book off of the full-time gig and come in and ruin your show.
Oh, I would love for that. Especially, well, we have to have you sign some stuff for radio. I don't know. It's like pretty much you're a guest, so we have to make sure you're not responsible or some. I don't know.
It's to make sure that I don't do anything irresponsible as a guest. I get it. It's for the liability purposes of the college in this case.
Yeah. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Always try to make things interesting, considering it's a one-man broadcast. And
plus, I'm an alum, so that there is that.
All right. So sorry. Thank you, Faran, for letting me plug that. And back to you.
Back to me. Okay. Well, in this case, it's going to be back to taking care of a little bit of business, including if you need something last minute to handle the stress of the holidays. Well, why not stop over to the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. They're open from noon to 5 today for the holiday. Just enough time to get a last-minute bottle as a gift, or perhaps fill up a growler. And back on tap for a limited time, Carl the Great, a 10.5% Russian Imperial Stout. And speaking of bottles, now on sale, the latest in the Lonely Mountain series, Bomber. Yeah, a 13% barley wine. Whew, it packs a punch. Just $18 per bottle. And just having recently started over at the Goblet is the kitchen cookings of the food truck of Nick's Roast Beef, the same one on Cottman Avenue in Northeast Philly. So you can get that Northeast Philly taste up here. And having tried a couple of things on their menu, very good. Their mozzarella triangles, their gravy fries. At some point, I'm going to have to go and see if I can get the gravy fries with some cheese on them, so I can get that poutine, that Canadian, that kind of Canadian flair going on here. See if they can kind of do a little soup up there for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've got the roast beef sandwiches. They've got all the different additions to them. You can get the broccoli rabe. You can get the long hots.
My apologies. I'm not going to be that guy.
Broccoli rabe?
It's broccoli rabe. My apologies.
Okay.
It's the Italian in me. It's not how you say it. I got corrected by Bill Wiles because I didn't call a cannoli a gannoli. So it's... Sorry.
Okay, fine. So they've got the long hots. They've got the broccoli rabe. Is that better?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's my Italian OCD. That's not how you friggin' say it, you paisan.
I get it. I'm not even a Medigan. I'm a Canadian.
Babba-da-boopy points.
That might get us letters. Yeah, they also do cheesesteaks. They do chicken fingers. They have a bunch of different things.
Why would we get letters now? We haven't.
You're right. Now they're angry voicemails to El Jefe, Bob Giaquinto over there. That might be the new name going forward, El Jefe Roberto. Thank you, Razor Ramon, for that. Anyway, just a few reasons, between the food and the drink and the atmosphere, why it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. Coming back, and I'll be making my way over to the Goblet to enjoy responsibly after we take care of things here, and then we'll turn things over to Rich King. But a little more hilarity and a little more fun, and a little more from Lucas there as well. And we'll see what else we can what other trouble we can cause here in the last 16 minutes or so here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Your health is your most precious asset. Tune in to St. Mary Healthline, presented by Gwynedd Mercy University, every Wednesday at 9 a.m. for advice on how to better manage your health. You will hear about important medical issues from the doctors and professionals across all service lines from St. Mary Medical Center. You will have the opportunity to talk or email your questions each week to the experts who can help you live a healthier lifestyle. St. Mary Healthline, presented by Gwynedd Mercy University, every Wednesday at 9 a.m. It's your health. Expect more. Let's go. Growing your business can certainly be a challenge. Univest Bank and Trust Company has partnered with WBCB on a small business series to help you achieve your goals. Tune in to Building Your Business with Univest Small Business Banking President Hugh Connolly and other industry experts. Join us every Wednesday morning at 9:30 to gain insight, solutions, and tips to help your business prosper. Univest's Building Your Business with Hugh Connolly every Wednesday morning at 9:30, right here on 1490 WBCB. Univest Bank and Trust Company is a member of the FDIC and an equal opportunity lender.
Hi, I'm Avina. I'm 7 years old and I'm blind. You can help me live the life I want. Help Ravina and other blind people by making a tax-deductible donation of your used car, truck, or almost anything with wheels to the National Federation of the Blind. Just call 855-659-9314 or visit carshelpingtheblind.org. That's carshelpingtheblind.org. And if you know a blind person who needs help, email nfb@nfb.org.
All commentators heard on WBCB expressed their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, December 24. On this date in... Oh, well, aside from things that happened over in Japan, nothing really happened stateside on this particular date.
This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here.
Well, what do you think we should do about it, Clark?
We're going to press on, and we're going to have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye.
Well, I can certainly appreciate your holiday spirit this time of year.
Hallelujah! Holy where's the Tylenol?
All right, well, while he's looking for the Tylenol, back to more Pro Wrestling Weekly with...
The jolliest bunch of this side of the nut house.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And Lucas had no idea that any of that was coming, so...
I was still like, you know what the thing is? Funny thing is, I was expecting more of like, I thought you were going to, Japan news, and I thought it was going to be Mark Kayfabe going like, why are you neglecting the Japan news?
I thought about going that way, but I wanted to be more festive.
But what happened that day in Japan?
A bunch of stuff with Noah, and I think a little bit with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Why do we only have to cover WWE and TNA and stuff?
Well, we do WCW and ECW, and I throw in some world-class championship wrestling in there on occasion.
Like also, like, let's be completely honest, Ferran. I'm doing, like, I know I'm just in the early stages, and I just need anything, so I will go and grab New Japan news and stuff, but also at the same time, it's getting way more and more popular.
Okay.
Sorry. I think
I didn't know Mark Kayfabe was here in studio with us.
He's possessing me, Ferran. It's not good.
Yeah,
somebody help. Like... Could there
the
be
ghost
like
of wrestling present
or something like that for Mark Kayfabe? An exorcist. Because
well, I think the one that you're looking for in that case might be down in South Carolina at the moment.
No.
Sorry, we love you, John Gazzardo.
I miss you, Beluga. Wrestling dad. That's the joke. I was Belucas for so long at the factory.
Mm-hmm.
It was hysterical.
And then I showed up.
Well, I mean, no, you were, you know, you're always like a brother to me, but Ferran, you know.
But he's your daddy?
Well, that's a buzzkill. Oh.
I was going to say cut my mic, but we still would have heard it on your mic, so.
Yeah, there we go. So getting into some news and notes here and things real quick here. Yeah, so in a follow-up from last week's Speed show, Zack Ryder was asked on Twitter how long he would be on the shelf following the knee surgery. His response, I was told 4 to 6 months. I was also told 6 to 9 months. Time will tell.
What do you mean Speed show?
Because I was on for 10 minutes last week.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was like, wait, WWE's doing another show now?
No. I was going at the Ultimate Warrior pace last week.
So you were blown up like right before the bell rung on the show?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Ryder also noted in a previous tweet that he suffered a ruptured patellar tendon. Patella tendon. That was my Boston coming out of me there.
More like that or New York?
Yeah, patella tendon.
New York,
yeah, that too.
Patellar.
Also, Clutch Chairs announcing on Monday that they'll be partnering with WWE to produce licensed chair designs of select WWE superstars and legends.
Very nice. I wonder if they're the same people that do, like, because if you buy ringside seats to the WWE events, they have a chair that you're allowed to take home with you. I wonder if they do the same thing.
Well, no. Clutch Chairs, I actually looked up. They're a company that makes professional gaming chairs. Ooh. For those who are seated and gaming for long periods of time. And these chairs, from what I saw on the website, run between $350 and like $475. Yeah. But they're ergonomically designed and all this other stuff. But, yeah, the first run of the chairs will be released for purchase in early 2017 with pre-orders starting in January. Among the superstars and legends on the first run include John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The New Day, Enzo and Cass, Sasha Banks, as well as others.
Ooh, nice, nice.
So, nope, can't use that joke. Okay.
I don't even want to know.
I'll tell you when we're done here.
I said I don't even want to know for on.
So, of course, I'm going to tell you when we're done.
Of course.
TNA's getting their own over-the-top network. That's right. Anthem Sports and Entertainment announcing the launch of a new TNA Impact Wrestling app in the UK and Ireland. That's right. Total access TNA Wrestling available online and on mobile platforms for £4.99 per month. So what'll the almost £5 get you? Starting on January 5th of 2017, new weekly episodes of Impact Wrestling will be available to watch immediately on the app at the same time as they premiere on the Fight Network and Pop TV across North America. Plus, fans in the UK can download the app at the Apple's App Store as well as Google Play, or they can visit impactwrestling.com to sign up and watch online. Pretty soon, they'll also be available on streaming devices and game consoles like Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Xbox. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I'm actually going to get into... Yeah, I'll get into... we'll get into this now, and that way we'll come back and have a couple of minutes left here. But with this being in the Christmas...
commercial break?
Well, no, but with us being in the Christmas spirit, I'm going to kind of take us back, a little trip in the Wayback Machine to Christmas Day 1989 primetime wrestling. You're rolling your eyes at me a little bit.
Oh, wait, no, it's not going to be No Holds Barred, is it?
No. This is a hysterical bit with Gorilla Monsoon, Roddy Piper, and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yes.
Could spend a minute here. I'd like to talk to the kids out there on Christmas. Please, be my guest. Could you get in real close, kids, and gather around the old television set? Now, I know you're looking around the house right now, and you're probably still all excited about what happened this morning and playing with your games and your toys and your dolls and your trucks. But one thing you got to remember. You don't really think some slob in a red suit came down your chimney this morning and gave you gifts, do you? Cut that out. Bobby. Check Mom and Dad. They're the ones with the cash and the Guinness.
Hey, Bob.
That's what you should think about at Christmas.
That's enough. Bobby. Bobby, let's keep the Christmas spirit. I'll tell you the truth. I got kids, and Christmas is the most wonderful time of year, and let's kind of keep the Christmas spirit.
That's their fault. Keep your mouth shut.
What'd you say?
And another thing, kids. Santa can't drink milk. It'd get all over his phony beard.
Bobby, I think it's going a little too far.
Knock it off
this
right
is
now.
A prime-time show.
'Tis the season to be swerved. Boing.
Bob, I thought we were
There's no Santa.
Bob, I think
Santa's
it's going...
a sham.
Knock it off, I said.
The
That's
guy
enough.
you sit on his lap at the discount store?
Hey.
Just out of detox.
Hey, you jerk. I think it's about enough. We got a lot of little kids watching the show. There is a Santa Claus. He left gifts for me this morning. He left gifts for a whole bunch of little kids out there. Bobby, let's just stop this stuff right now and get on to the next match. I think it's probably the wisest...
Maybe you believe in Santa, but nobody'd come in your neighborhood after midnight with gifts, Piper. Because you're a bum like the rest of them.
Mister, I'm telling you something.
Just a nasty, rotten
the smartest
individual
and
that he
wisest
always
thing you could do.
Off him, please.
This
guy's just a big buffoon. Don't listen to him. Don't let him spoil your Christmas because there's the gifts you gave me. There was nothing in them anyway. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Hey, when's the last time you saw a reindeer fly? Will you
They
may draw flies, but they don't fly. And you tell me a guy that would work all year building toys and hang around some fat old lady at the North Pole like Aunt Bee, and then get in a sleigh, and fly to your house.
Wait a second. What is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? What are you talking about?
Hey, you want to believe in something? Believe in the Heenan family.
Oh, you're sick.
That's what the Christmas spirit is all about.
You're going too far. You're going too far, and I ain't going to put up with it, Bobby.
The guy's been on the lam. He's got a bunch of aliases. Kris Kringle, St. Nick, Santa Claus. Sounds like the guy's won in 3 states.
Boy, you are
There is no Santa. The Heenan family's what Christmas is all about. Guy's got all year.
You any idea what you're doing? You any idea what you're doing with them little kids out there? There is a Santa Claus. Why don't you just leave it at that?
Don't get too bent out of shape, Rod. Just relax. I'll take care of this piece of garbage here. Fake beard.
Right now, we're going to go to our next matchup here on Prime Time Wrestling.
And see if
the Bolsheviks will be coming up.
Look at his dirty hands.
Please, go to the
guy's an inmate.
Following tag.
To talk like you're talking right now, and you'll be history on this program, I guarantee you that.
For telling the truth? Monsoon.
Why do you want to spoil Christmas for all those youngsters out there, or attempt to?
You mean to tell me you put your jammies on last night with the feeties in them and the button-on bottom, put the milk and cookies there, then went upstairs, put your thumb in your yap, and hope some fat guy'd come with a reindeer and bring you bananas?
There are millions of kids all over the world that did exactly that, for your information.
Big deal. Not my fault. I don't hear a loudmouth anymore.
He's not over there. Where is he?
Who cares? What can he do? He's not going to scare me anymore. Because he lays a hand on me, he's gone.
He may not have to lay a hand on you. You keep this up, I'll knock you out myself.
I've got glasses on.
Yeah?
Would you beat up Santa?
Yeah. I'd beat up someone like you who's trying to spoil Christmas for all the youngsters out there.
I will bring you something next Christmas.
Please.
There is no Santa, kiddies. It's a sham.
What? Will you? Exactly. It's your malfunction.
Rod. Hey.
Get your hands off me. Take it easy now. I'll take care of this situation
if you touch me,
right
Santa.
here.
You're like St. Nick.
I ain't Santa Claus. There is a Santa Claus. We got a whole bunch of kids out there watching us, and millions are watching, and you're trying to root something on a Christmas day that's been a tradition long before anybody ever heard of you. What exactly is your problem? Not enough attention?
Okay.
What, you didn't get no gifts?
I'll straighten things out then.
Dummy, then you do that. You're leaving, I hope?
Fake hat, fake glasses, fake beard, fake hair. You see, Santa's just an average guy like me. He's a guy walking the streets. You kids have been swerved by your folks. Take it out on them. Oh, God! That's it! Hold it! Go to commercial, please! That's it!
Oh, yes, hysterical.
I love just the fact that even Piper's just like, Bobby, whoa. That was what cracked me up.
Yeah, things got serious.
Even Piper was like,
they got
whoa,
Lance Storm serious.
Sheesh, oh.
But you don't mess with Santa, you don't mess with the kids. It's
as much
it's
as
an unwritten rule.
Was.
All right, so with that little holiday spirit thrown in there, it's a semi-annual tradition here, I say, on Pro Wrestling Weekly. Let's get to an every show tradition, and that would be
birthdays. Wee.
You're really trying to get that wee over.
No, I really don't care if it gets over.
On this date in 1945, Ian Fraser Kilmister was born. The musician, singer, and songwriter who also performed Triple H's theme, best known as Lemmy, frontman for the band Motorhead, passed away last year at the age of 70. Actually, later this week marks 1 year to the day of his passing.
Holy crap.
Yeah, how quickly time flies. On this date in 1979, Chris Spradlin was born. The former two-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion and former NXT competitor previously known as Cassius Ohno, but best known as Chris Hero, turns 37 today.
Well, I mean,
I'm 37. What? I'm 37. I'm not old.
I was going to say, it's actually, he might not be a former WWE superstar for long. He
was previously competed as Cassius Ohno.
Yeah. He's going to be.
I mean, he might be coming back, but at the moment he isn't.
Chris Hero.
No, he finished up like his last date with Evolve and everything. He's
okay. Well,
rumored.
as of right now, at this very moment.
Sorry.
Man. And the Brucey bonus. I don't feel proud of this one. On this date in 1974, Ryan John Seacrest was born. The radio personality, television host, and producer, best known for hosting the talent competition show American Idol, and since 2005, hosting Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, turns 42 today.
Why would you be ashamed of?
I don't know. I mean, I was kind of hoping for something better, but I don't know. You kind of just play the hand you're dealt. In this case, I got a 3-9 offsuit. Hey, it's funny because it's poker humor. Exactly.
Poker jokes.
All right, so I don't know about you. That going to just about do it for us?
Yep.
Thank you, Jeff Farmer.
Jinx.
All right, on that note, we'll be back next week for a New Year's Eve edition of Pro Wrestling Weekly. And until then, well, stay tuned for Rich King, who's got a marathon coming for you here. But until next week, play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WBCB.